And we are live streaming for your information.
Amazing. All right. Well, for everybody from the future and those here, welcome to our 83rd recorded community call here on October 3rd. We keep our notes and agendas in Notion. And one thing I do know is last week we've been talking about how to shift up our format here a little bit. We always start with praise, as I said, but there are a couple people on the call who probably don't have a lot of background information to share praise. Maybe I could invite the new members to do a quick check-in introduction for us while we finish out our praise and move into the rest of the check-ins. And I'll extend that invitation directly to you, Chair, since I can hear your voice. Go ahead.
Hi, good morning, everyone. I am Chair. I am on the Rainbow Rolls team, along with Joshua. We had the pleasure of meeting Griff in person at MCon a couple weeks ago. Penguin and I were walking down the street, and Griff pulls up, says, "Hey, you guys going to the Alchemist party? Get in." And I didn't know it was Griff, but we got in because he had candy. So that was my first in real life intro to Griff. And in working on the Rainbow Rose project, since we have been focusing on the Giveth community, have been exploring the ecosystem a lot more. It's been very welcoming. So thank you, Lauren, for having us and for extending the invite to come today. And some other projects. I'm in Raid Guild. I'm a Raid Guild raider, and in Metagame and Metacartel, and the Love Society DAO is my passion project. But Rainbow Rolls has been like the absolute sun in the center of my universe for the last month. So excited to share more about it today.
Amazing. I love it. Used to have a thing called Eco-Putopia, where we were doing compost toilets. So this is bringing me some great flashbacks to all the potty jokes that are possible. It's so fun. Joshua, do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. Thank you. Thank you for having us. I'm on the road from Dallas to Phoenix. So my son's playing with some kids' toys in the background. So apologize for that. I'm Joshua, the community steward for Opolis. We provide employment benefits for folks working in the DAO space, freelancers, contractors, etc. I'm a steward of Spork DAO, which is the umbrella for each member. And came up with this idea for the Rainbow Rolls because I was annoyed at all of the garbage cash grabs in PFPs that were just going around. And I was like, there was one that was, there's like Pepe Glocks or something. And I was like, all right, this is stupid. This is literally just images on a background. We can do this. Instead of a cash grab, let's see how much money we can raise for public goods and charity, and see if we can get the same like pump metals into funding good things rather than some asshole England devs. So that's so brought me here.
Amazing. Thanks for being here. Love Opolis too, and everything you said. It's so exciting to see the galaxy itself and all of the synchronistic projects that are supporting each other. I see one more new person on the call, T. Wells. Would you like to take a moment to introduce yourself? Tell us what brought you here.
Sure. Howdy. Glad to be here. I got a chance to meet Griff and Joshua. We connected actually for a second as well. I'm from One Hive, doing a fun project there on their YouTube channel, trying to sort of get some media low-hanging fruit and having a lot of fun with that, and just here to learn more about Giveth today.
Amazing. Well, One Hive is an epic strategic partner. We love having you here and everything that is supported between our projects. Okay, Thank you. I would love to dive into sharing some praise and invite the Giveth team to lavish praise upon the people that have been supporting them this last week who'd like to get started. And I will pick Amin if I don't hear anybody because he's A and on the top of my screen.
Hello, everyone. Oh, you catch me because I'm always unprepared for such praising stuff, and you know. I want to praise Monique for our management, who is great management, and of course, I see him the best candidate for the stewardship of development group, but he doesn't accept. And also, he has good plans for making the team, development team, and following the practices in order to the best working practices to align the team around toward the goal. I want to praise Mitch, Lauren for their active participation in discussions and putting great precious comments on the agenda. I want to praise Griff because he facilitates the connection to others, smart contract developer for me in order to go forward with the smart contract stuff faster. I want to praise Danny because she's she's a good user of the Giveth app and creates precious issues for us, informative in order to fix the series. In order to fix issues that a simple user cannot find out what's the root cause. I want to praise Ramin, Mohammed, Matthew, and for their activities and development, because that's the kind of activity that I am aware of. And yeah, I guess my time's finished. I pass it to Freshla because she's next to me.
Hi everyone. So for the past week, I would like to praise Ashley for having a buddy call with me and for being so patient with all my questions. I'd like to praise Danibel for quickly approving the payments for the Givethers and for being so responsive. And I'd like to praise Griff for working with me on payments. And I'd like to praise Ramin for initiating the discussion on how to improve some of the payment processes. And I'd pass it to Lauren.
I have to double unmute. Okay, great. Great. I want to praise Hannah for writing a blog post on the RGive. It's not up yet, but I'm really excited to do some QA and check it out. I want to praise Chair and Joshua for Rainbow Rolls and Willie for letting us know about it so that we could share about it in our ecosystem. I want to praise Griff for being a buddy to many Givethers and for brainstorming ways to make the buddy system more effective. I want to praise Mateo, Monique, Mohammed, Amin, Mitch, for getting involved in the discussion on the platform Circle Lead. I want to praise Mosaidi for finalizing the Give Economy overview designs and the Give Farm and the Give Garden and being super receptive to feedback, and then also onboarding Cherik and being a really good liaison between design and dev. I want to praise Cherik for getting started on the Give Economy and also being super communicative. I want to praise Mohammed for working on the GiveBack's backend development. I want to praise Amin for researching and working on smart contract development of the Give Farm stuff and investigating the potential of having a Unity 3 pool. I want to praise Ramin for picking up many issues on Giveth.io and being super communicative. I want to praise Donna for setting up the Give Economy board, syncing to SourceCred, and getting it to make notifications in the Discord. I want to praise Mateo for being the best buddy ever, for keeping me sane and always listening to me and then helping me brainstorm solutions and just helping me feel good as a Giveth person and as a person. And I want to praise Monique for reaching out about thinking on Give Economy resource planning. Marco for being super supportive and kept keeping a watchful eye on all the designers and having just great ways of communicating things in pictures. I want to praise Mitch for working on the documentation of the governance process and for being a great link between comms and dev. I want to praise Ashley for working on the project verification guide and all her work connecting with and maintaining relationships with other communities. And I want to praise Rochelle for managing payments and keeping things organized across the Giveth galaxy. And then I just want to praise especially now also Chair Joshua and T. Wells for joining our call. It's super nice. Oh, and now Chris. I want to praise all you guys for joining the call and jumping into the Giveth system. And I'll pass it to Mateo.
Damn, that was good, Lauren. I want to do praise someday like you. Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. I want to praise Mohammed and Ramin this week. This couple of weeks, they have been doing amazing work supporting the Giveth.io. I can't wait to all of you guys see what they have done. It's amazing. It's going to look really great when you taste it. I want to praise Kai for coming back slowly. He was missed and he has been helping me around with some stuff on SourceCred and other DevOps issues. I want to praise also Rodri, Marco, and Mosaidi for their amazing design work. And I know I'm missing something else, but my mind is not so clear this morning, so I'll pass it to Willie.
Gracias, Mateo. Morning, everybody. Just got off of a Bancorp community call. I rolled out of bed this morning and had to join their call this morning, which was a cool one. And and it's been a busy week. Excited to hear all the updates. I just had a blanket praise for everybody on the call. It was my cop out, but also I think well-deserved. Appreciate everyone joining this call on a Sunday and all that you guys have done this past week. Also gave a shout out to the Give economy crew for building the best economy in the world. Seriously, we're down it, and so excited to launch this. And that includes Cherrick, Amin, Lauren, Griff, Bowen, Hannah, Donna, Mitch, Ashley, and then also I should have added them, but I saw Griff below, Mosaide, Rodri, and Marco for the amazing design work as well. And then Mateo, that pitch for what you guys have built in the dashboard sounds awesome. I'm really excited to see the updates and was in the middle of giving you praise. So thanks for the reminder for all that you do. And I will pass it to Monique.
Hello, thanks, Willie. I would like to praise Danny for her great feedback on Trace. For Shell for lots of efforts he has for this contracts and being everywhere trying to communicate. Sharik, Donna, Lauren, Amin, and everybody who has their time delegated to token economy or first mission and most important things. Thank you, guys. Praise for Ramin, Mohammed, Mato for being such a great team players. I'm very happy to have a team here. Praise Mosaidi. He attended I think several stand-up meetings during the day with the team, trying to share ideas and present the system design. That was a very professional, world-class work. I'm really happy we have this culture in design in our community. Praise for Mitch, and praise for Mitch 3 times because of his very great, steady, good following issues, and testing, And he can the lead up testing, I think, in the future. And I might missed someone. Sorry for that. Pass to Ramin. Are you there?
Hey guys, I wanna praise Mish for hosting game party on the Friday. I wanna praise Amin and Cherrick for their great work on Give economy. Also praise Mohammed Rajbar for backing us on Trace and IO backend. I want to praise Mateo for his great efforts on IO and the admin bro dashboard. I want to praise Monique for clarifying the IO issues for me. And also, I want to praise all the design team, especially Mo Saidi, for the great work on designing for making us a design system. We didn't have it before. Thank you. I pass to Mia.
Hey everyone! Hope you can hear me this time. I've been traveling for days and in a very busy market in Guatemala at the moment. So I haven't got any praise to dish out other than thank you for everyone who is doing the praise so that I can keep up with everything and everyone. And I'm going to hand it over to Dan.
Hello. I would like to praise Ramin for asking about payments and taking initiative to understand the correction process, because that's a little bit confusing. Praise Lauren for teaching me how to edit our Giveth history page and just kind of make changes to our certain documentation. Praise Mitch for hosting games. Praise Griff for always falling for my fibs in games. Lauren and Ramin for participating on Friday. That was really fun. Praise Mateo for hacking on dev issues, and then praise Donna for always watching what everyone is doing throughout the week, and praise Kai for still helping with source cred even though he's on his paternity leave. And let's see, that is it for me. I hopped in a little late, so let's see. Lauren, do you still have to go? Or okay, Griff?
I can take it. Yeah, I can take it. I want to praise you, Hannah, for managing all the source cred work. I want to praise Danny for hosting the community calls and the governance calls. I want to praise Lauren for so many things, all the tweets, managing the design process for the Give economy, making sure we don't waste dev efforts, managing the comms work, and just being a leader in general for Giveth. I want to praise Mitch for diving into DocuSource documentation and finding the search option. And working towards that. Of course, praising Amin and Cherik for pushing the Give economy dev work forward. I want to praise Sem especially for jumping in and help supporting us in that effort, and also praise the Bright ID crew for implementing Uni v3 pool, and so that maybe we can follow their lead in all their work. I want to praise Mo Said and Rodri for all the awesome design work, giving Marco the space to take some personal time. Praise Mia for always pushing out the notes. I want to praise Mohammed for jumping in the givebacks and making sure that everything works and really taking it seriously. And man, there's probably, I want to praise T Wells for all the awesome updates that he gives in the One Hive community. If you haven't seen the video call that he runs, I think it's basically weekly. It's really cool, lots of cool DAO updates. Obviously, I want to praise Chair and Joshua and the rest of the Rainbow Rose crew for creating such a cool project to fund public goods and using Giveth on top of it. That's super cool. And man, there's a lot of praise, but I'll just pause there and pass it to, I don't know, I'll pass it to Chair if you have any praise that you want to dish. You can, yeah.
Certainly. Thank you. Praise to this entire community. Praise to you, Griff, for the hospitality that you showed me at MCon earlier, a couple weeks ago. But really, just to this entire community, this is my first run at this format, but I really love it, and this, I think, stirs up so much positivity that it's amazing. So praise to whoever has implemented and keeps this going, because it's definitely pumping me up in the morning. Praise to everyone. Karmatic acid is Ashley. I think. Lauren. Sorry. Praise to Lauren for inviting us to come to the session today, and really to all of you. This is an amazing session that we're having right now. So praise to you all for implementing this. Praise to Josh for bringing me into the Rainbow Rolls project early on and giving me this amazing opportunity. So thank you very much, folks. And I'll kick it to Raise your hand if you haven't gone. I'll kick it back to Griff. You can.
Yeah. Well, good, because I had one praise that I wanted to give, and I'll cheat and do it. I want to praise Ashley for the call she had with Alex from the Giving Block, and trying to push forward the integration with Gemini. And what about Donna? Did you get to go, Donna?
Hear me now?
Yes, now I hear you.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to praise Matto for the great admin panel development. I praise Mitch for the great game party. Although I haven't had the chance to participate, but that sounds so cool, and I hope that I can join this week. Praise Grid for always being there to support and lead all the contributors. Praise Hannah for always have an eye on GiveDrop and helping to get that Excel sheet together. Praise Daniel for facilitating golf call, and also this call, comms call. I praise Danny for taking notes and leading the comms call today. I praise Ramin for the great job on development of Giveth.io and Trace. Praise Amin and Monique for their great leadership skills on DAPS team. Praise Mitch and Mohammed for testing the numbers and troubleshooting the root cause of the error on givebacks. Praise Mohammed for the great job done on implementing the givebacks. Praise Mitch and Bowen for setting up our test DAO for our gift practice on agents. And praise Marco, Rodri, Mosaidi for the great job on design. Praise Cherik for starting development, the front end of overview page and Give Economy. Praise Lauren for doing a great job on getting designs out and lots of comms documents, preparing lots of comms documents, and praise Mia for taking notes and always do a great job on taking notes. And I would pass it on to who else?
Is there
Chris, or is it Chris?
Chris is new. You want to say hello for a moment?
Okay. So I pass it on to Danny.
Yep, you can throw it back to me for now. This is an amazing praise session. I will rattle off a few of mine really quick. I want to praise Amin for working with me on the delegation challenges that I'm seeing in Trace and being super responsive as I'm going through it to help me make sure I do a good job. I want to praise Chris for being responsive immediately on the communications campaign to make sure I could work with that one really quickly, and for Shell for managing the payment tracking, making it so easy for us to self-manage Trace creation and getting the delegations. Praise Chair and Joshua and T. Wells for jumping into our community call and for all of the DAO work that they're doing that's improving the ecosystem and helping us create epic strategic partnerships between all of our organizations. I'm going to praise Mitch for speaking up always on where processes seem stuck or need some improvement. Let's see, praise Mia for being such a thorough contributor, documenting her processes of integration and paving the way for new contributors. I want to praise Lauren like 12 times for just your analytical mind, for seeing everything, cleaning up issues, communicating them clearly, seeing where something needs to come from one group to another, and just really being on top of that. Praise Lauren also for top-notch stewardship of the communications team, while also going deep into the economy, understanding it, and being able to communicate it so clearly. Rodri, Mosaid, Marco, and Lauren again for collaborating on a design that is educational, informative, clearly walking people through it, and it's beautiful. Sharik, Mohammed, Ramin, Amin, Mateo, Monique, working so hard to collaborate and being thoughtful on how to integrate DApp development. Praise Griff for being so present with Giveth while also being everywhere else and also bringing my power cord to me. Thank you, Willie, for receiving it and making this possible. Let's see. Praise Ashley for making a great project verification process, and also just for really helping new users that are coming in to make donations and create projects on both Giveth.io and Trace. Praise Donna for rapidly jumping into project management and being a really effective communicator, following up and cat herding for real. Hannah for knocking out the Argive blog post and being persistent to gather feedback and own her new role. I think I'm going to stop there because we are at the 10:30 mark, and let's dive into the rest of the agenda. So I'm going to pause here and invite any priority agenda topics. Let me know if there's anything urgent or pressing that you guys are feeling is important that we should use everyone's time here to take a look at today. Three, two.
Well, I see Rainbow Rolls probably has something that they want to talk about, and I don't know if T-Wells has an agenda topic.
Yeah, whenever, let me know whenever is best we can get into it, or I kind of want to follow y'all's format.
Yeah, well, I put strategic partnerships right at the top of the list for the agenda, so wonderful. I feel like this is a good time. Let's go.
Yeah, wonderful. Well, thank you all again for having us. Rainbow Rolls began for me when Josh pinged me about it very early on, exactly a month ago. I think it was, well, yeah, let's about 4.5 weeks ago, and the inception of it was, as Josh explained a little bit, that, and we all see the PFP projects and the generative NFT projects have really hit full. We've hit the peak of that momentum, and the cash grabbiness and sort of the, I don't know, it started to become a little bit like the ICO boom of 2017, or even beyond that. So when Josh tweeted, I don't know, Josh, if you want to talk about your tweet and how that got rolling and sort of how things.
Which tweet?
I believe in the very beginning you had a tweet saying something like referencing toilet paper, and that toilet paper NFTs would be.
Oh no, I know. It was Hudson Jameson was talking about he dumped all of his Bitcoin for ETH because of X, Y, and Z. And Stephen Cole, who's a friend of mine, he's a pretty loud Bitcoin maximalist, said the same thing, but replaced the words with toilet paper because toilet paper is a good store of value. And I said, at least toilet paper is deflationary. And that was probably the best joke I've ever told on Twitter. And that kind of started the idea of deflationary tweets. Deflationary NFTs.
So from that impetus of deflationary NFTs, we have now progressed into wiping away medical debt and contributing to public goods. This, for me, just a little bit of background. As this project came in, I think we were all at the point, or a lot of us are at the point, where we are completely maxed out on our availability, and I certainly was at that point when Josh when Josh pinged me about this. I was saying no left and right to everything. Like, I have to focus. But there was something about this idea, and certainly this team, and how things got together and how quickly things moved, that we said I could sense that there was something really special about this, and we really did put together. Josh did an absolute all-star team of people across the ecosystem, from Metacartel and Raid Guild and Badger and unnamed project that has a lot of Marines, and Opolis, and so putting these minds together and the way, like, we went from absolute scratch to we will be minting next Tuesday, was really, it's been a pleasure to see the reaction that people have had to this as we've gone public a little bit. And so it's kind of reinforcing that we're doing something cool and correct. So what we are doing is we are splitting the proceeds of this project, 33% to public goods, 33% to erasing medical debt, and 33% to the team. And the 33% to public goods, 16.5 is going to Giveth, and 16.5 is going to Gitcoin. And that is the same breakdown will happen through secondary sales. So as secondary sales happen, the charitable funds will continue to go through that ecosystem that we're trying to create. So hopefully holding rainbow rolls and even flipping rainbow rolls, if you're so inclined, will be continuing to contribute to this sort of virtuous loop. I'll kind of pass it to Josh there if there's anything you want to mention, anything that I haven't. Josh might be on the road.
Yeah, you're muted, Josh. Well, one question I have is, which I think might be why you're really here, is like, so unlike Gitcoin, we don't have necessarily a direct like, oh yeah, look, here's our matching pool. So how do you guys want to distribute these funds to various projects on Giveth?
The plan is to come together as a DAO once a month. And there's been a lot of discussion. I don't think anything is completely locked in, but we want to identify as a team, vote on in proposals if necessary, or we can come to a consensus about which projects we do want to contribute to. We've talked about spreading it evenly versus focusing in on one. I think that there are, I think the feasibility of being able to touch every project and then maybe focus on one or more if we feel that way, if we feel that we're really strongly behind something. We will be operating as a DAO and offering people who do hold rainbow rolls to be onboarded onto the DAO, to come into the DAO, so people can signal what they'd like to get behind. There's also a 10% of the charitable and the medical debt percentage that's going towards the DAO funds that will be reserved for the DAO to decide on specific projects as things come up. I think the Afghanistan fiasco was happening like as we were getting rolling. So we were thinking like, well, if something like this happens and we need direct relief is something, it would be cool to have funds that we can just go wipe away or contribute to wiping away this problem. So that is how we're planning to approach it. We are certainly would love to hear suggestions and sort of your takes, but that at this point we want to come together, proposals, sort of signal what we want to contribute to, and but hopefully be able to contribute to the entire ecosystem.
Sweet. No, that's awesome. That sounds great.
Yeah,
we can spoon feed you projects and verified projects on Giveth if you'd like, and try to make it as easy as possible for you.
I think and we have great communication. It seems like between us, and it should be pretty easy. And as people, we'll be having, so this week we'll be having a lot of events within the Discord, building up the community. We're doing a Discord invite contest, and as we do more community-based things, like public-facing community-based things, taking like I think we'll get our eyes on the things that we want to support, that we're really feeling. There was something I'm missing something crucial. That basically that's it. Does anyone else have any questions? Anything glaring that I'm missing? That I do have some copy pasta that I can post.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool. Yeah, I finally found a spot with service in the middle of, I don't know where we are. I wanted to just dish some praise to Chair for being an amazing PM and helping answer these questions and talk about Rainbow Roll as well. I'm semi-incapacitated. And for Griff for so many things I can't even name. And Willie for helping coordinate this. I'm sure I'll have a lot of praise to dish to the rest of you as I meet you and interact with you on helping to fund Giveth stuff. One of the questions that I kind of heard that I wanted to answer is how are we deciding? I don't know. I think Chair's answer probably was correct. We were discussing whether to do like just giving it over to you guys and having you decide how to spend the funds versus a community call where like the funds are earmarked for different things that are on Giveth and the community of Rainbow Rolls holders could decide how to divvy it up. I don't know what culturally makes the most sense.
Yeah, I think any of those are options, and ultimately it's up to your community. And I think we'd be really happy to help. We've got a ton of great projects on Giveth. Giveth itself is a project on Giveth, so that's certainly any amount that you want to put to Giveth. It's up to your community. We'd be happy to accept it, and we'd be happy to point out some specific projects. Also, if there's like a specific project you guys have in mind that your community is excited about that isn't on Giveth, we'd be happy to help onboard them to Giveth if you could connect us to them so that they could accept donations. In the future, though, I'd love to add. Go ahead.
Yeah, two loopholes I'm thinking of is one, like the money that we have earmarked for Gitcoin is going to probably be the same. So with Gitcoin, we're looking at taking the first 50K and becoming a funder, so joining the Funders League, and the rest of it spreading it around to grants that we like. I imagine Giveth is probably a grant that we will like.
That's a great way to donate to Giveth. In Pan, preferably.
Yes. Oh, I mean, you know me, man. Well, I guess you guys don't know me. My first job, my first job in the space was actually on Panvala, doing business development for Neuronic Consensus. So, I do all of my Gitcoin donating in Pan. So yeah, it'll be market buying Pan and then donating on a Gitcoin is definitely something that we're likely to do. And then RIP Medical Debt, which is we've been emailing with them. They're pretty enthusiastic about receiving our funds. We wanted to try to micro target like by county that are like in poorer, like more minority heavy areas, and help with medical debt in those counties. And they're probably going to be receptive to joining Giveth. I think that's a thing that's possible, right?
Yeah. Even if they don't have an Ethereum wallet, as long as they have an email and password, we can give them an Ethereum wallet and help them start accepting crypto donations in minutes. And then here would be a great example or a great carrot and incentive for them to get signed up. I do have a question though. So in the future, this is right now we're not quite set up to allocate donations with our DAOs either. And neither is, that's one way to do it. But what we're interested in is very similar to Gitcoin. One of the features that we have on our roadmap is to enable projects or anyone to donate to causes. And then, so you can donate to causes and trust that 100% of your donation will get allocated to a specific project. Or you'll be able to, on the other hand, actually donate to a project if you want to do that diligence and pick specific projects, verified projects, and get matching donations from the pool of funds. Would you guys be interested in that, either donating to the cause level or donating to the project level, doing that work and getting your donations matched? It'll help us, validate this feature we have on our roadmap.
Yeah, it sounds like fun. We're always down to experiment. That's one of the funnest things that we can do in the space. So if that's like something you guys want to try to prove out, we're more than happy to join the beta for seeing if it works.
Sweet. Yeah, it's on the roadmap, and we're going to be working with the Gitcoin. They have a working group for taking Gitcoin's quadratic funding and making it kind of configurable and deployable for other projects. So that's kind of the tentative plan. And we think there's value in kind of this donation Lego, money Lego for donations, where any project doesn't have to, meet and have a whole proposal to allocate funds to different projects and stuff. They can just donate to the causes they care about and trust 100% will go to top projects and also fund
really
matching donations. Yeah.
A question that I don't know if was asked, but one that I want to answer anyway, is why did we choose RIP medical debt? And it's, well, so we got to RIP medical. We started with some of our team members have medical conditions that are related to bowel movements. And so we decided to focus on that area of the digestive system, which fits kind of with the Rainbow Rolls toilet paper theme. And so then we started going down the rabbit hole of like different foundations that would be helpful and research institutes. And we're like, well, like we're Web3 and this is crypto, and we should probably do things directly rather than going through like third parties, which in itself is like, well, why did you choose RIP Medical Debt, which is another third party? And this couples with my day job with Opolis. Is the whole idea is instead of you trying to go and negotiate for health insurance one-on-one with a broker, we take, Griff, are you laughing at my son in the background? Can you guys hear it? Is that why you're laughing? Okay.
I don't hear it.
Oh, okay. I'm just laughing at other stuff. Cool. He's having a fun time. Taking this group buying power and getting group rate health insurance instead of trying to negotiate solo. And what RIP Medical Debt does is they get group discounts from these collections agencies. So instead of paying market value for this direct medical debt, we are getting a bulk discount on this bulk medical. I'm always looking for discounts. We can maximize the amount of good that we do by minimizing the amount of overhead and amount that collections agencies get.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much. Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Joshua, for this, for all the work you're doing on the other DAOs and Opolis. We've brought that up quite a few times that we're looking at how we can collaborate there. It's very exciting to see how our strategic partnerships can evolve beyond where we started with an airdrop and looking at who have we been collaborating with, and start looking at how to collaborate more closely in the future to improve each of our pieces of the ecosystem. I'm
cool.
seeing I'm looking at our time right now. We have 15 minutes in the agenda. Fortunately, everything that is in the agenda is stuff that we work on in various working group meetings throughout the week. So we'll use the last 15 minutes for each of the working group stewards to give a quick update on what's happening in their groups and any next steps that the whole community needs to know about and can support. The first working group that's on the agenda is our Giveth governance group. We have both our Reputation DAO, which is on OneHive, and that's where our Give token resides. I'm not aware of any proposals that are up there this week, but I know we have quite a few that are ready to come up, including the role descriptions for the list of people that are down towards the bottom. Let me take a look. We have Mohammed, Mateo, Amin, Donna, Monique. All of their role proposals are in the forum. There are links to those towards the bottom of the governance section. So I think we're ready for those to go to Argive for voting this week. Does anyone on the call have other proposals that they think are ready for the Reputation DAO to vote on? I am not aware of any myself either. So I will just remind us all to dive in there. There's quite a few other things that are up on our forum.giveth.io for not only Givethers to provide feedback, but any givers, any people who are playing in the ecosystem. So we welcome your feedback there. One of the hot ones right now, there's a poll in the Great Development Steward debate. Last time I looked at it this morning, we had 13 votes in. Amin was right around 50%, maybe 47%. So I think we're going to probably be able to close that poll out today or in the governance meeting tomorrow and wrap that one up. There's also a lot of debate around revising our quality score. Lots of good proposals on how we can implement some quadratic incremental increases sorry, I'm not reading it. I'm going off the top of my head right now. But based on how many donations a project receives, how many likes. So there's some refinements we want to make on that. And as I was looking at it, I was a little confused. I feel like if we could wrap up what the proposal is and get that documented, then we can post that to Argive and update our documentation with the decision here in the next week or so. There are a variety of other ones that are up there. We're wrapping up our vesting parameters. We added some give drop recipients and are talking about, I think that one's done. Oh yeah, we were waiting because, that's fun. So I too was having a little bit of trouble getting into OneHive this week to see if there were any votes. I think the give drop is actually ready to go to RDAO. Does anyone have a quick update on that one?
I mean, we could vote on it in RDAO, but it might be, we could also just wait to batch a few things together. And we're right now, SEM actually fixed our DAO-ish for us for Argive, and there's like a IPFS link that you can use to access it. But since we're having so much problems with the DAO structure on XDAI, we might just wait, is what I would say.
Yeah, I guess that just reminded me that we're also in the process of taking the learning lessons we have from our current Reputation DAO and how we configured it and how we distribute the Reputation tokens, and we'll be making those revisions and launching a second iteration of the Argive DAO on OneHive there. So I don't want to take up more time on governance because that's our next meeting this week. So those of you who we've got Hannah, myself, and Mitch and Griff currently having different pieces of the governance stewardship. I think that's going to be a topic to get some of the responsibilities of that sorted out in our meeting tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Mountain Time. And love to see you guys all there. And I'd love to pass it over to you, Monique, to jump in and give us any updates you have on Giveth Trace and our platform group.
Thanks, Danny. About the trace, we implemented a new UX for Switch Network. And we, according to your suggestion, we made the new UX for collecting multi-tokens. And, about the multi-slug linking, we made it so the old, links after the editing a slug is now accessible. And we fixed some bugs there just to maintain it, and we're working on the issues that you reported. I think Amin left the comments there. About the I/O, we did the same multiple slug linking for the I/O. We clarified technical debts. And I think Ramin has started working on, refactoring some issues that prevent, heavy loading of the site. We cleared the design system and started implementing it by Cherik. We can reuse it on the dev side. And, improvements by Metal on admin dashboard about new functionalities of the admin dashboard. Also, we fixed lots of, things related to hearts and, backend services there. About integration, I don't have any updates. We postpone it according to our, priorities. And do you have anything to add, Metal? Rami. No, I upgraded the Geth server. There was some difficulty today, but it's okay right now. However, we have migrated to Infora because of some issues we had on Bridge about our, maybe our Geth server is not used that much. We cannot rely on it. But by the way, it's working. No, I don't have any update for that at the moment. Just the precious fork we are conducting about integrating the style. What was the name? Sorry, what the Mosaic prepared. What was the name?
It's system design,
System design. Yeah, we are implementing the system design by using a storybook. We are started to do that great job of using a storybook for design component once in order to use them in all of our application, and we want to only implement them once in a storybook and then use their prepared component everywhere.
Okay, thanks guys so much. When's the next so the debt meetings and Give Economy meetings and community meetings are all listed on our Giveth calendar, and you can find the links to that in our scheduling channel. We've got 5 minutes left. I'd like to hear from both Donna about a quick update on Giveth Economy, and also Lauren if there's anything about communications. So I'll give you each the next few minutes. Donna, you want to go first?
Yeah. Well, updates on Give Garden. One Hive is improving the gardens and closing all my tickets. And Cherik is onboarded and started to implement the design, starting from the overview page. And Amin implemented the token by changing our already deployed garden on Unipol farm, and he's supposed to optimize it, but I haven't heard from him. I haven't heard any updates in the board because we keep all the updates in the board. So I thought maybe we don't have any updates. I mean, do you have updates on that?
I had trouble on deploying Bubbly Garden. There was some issue I couldn't understand. I reached out Sam, but he was resting because of his second dose of vaccine. So we postponed that for this week.
Okay.
I am so blocked by Sam in order to help me in order to deploy it again.
Okay, if you have any problem, just put it in the board so everyone is informed. And for Give Drop, we have 2 posts on the forum that needs to be closed. Griff, when we are going to close these 2 posts, one in blockchain for good and the other one on the parameters?
I think we could probably start the vote tomorrow and say the deadline to propose a separate set of parameters. I think right now only Mitch and I proposed a set of parameters, so we can. So we should go and
we should go and give our suggestions there. So till tomorrow we have time, or?
Yeah, I would say let's just start it tomorrow and end it at the end of the week.
Okay. And on the frame, this frame is a bit blocked. And Mitch and Bowen were able to start some frame tasks. And as you said in the governance as well, we already implemented the test DAO on the link that I put in the notes, and we need people to vote on that. And Yeah. And for the farm, we already implemented the farm. I mean, implemented it. We need someone. I'm thinking of Matto, maybe. We need someone to know smart contracts to test it and see whether it works fine. Apart from Amin. So, Matteo, are you willing to help us with this?
Yeah, sure. Of course.
Okay, great. Okay. And the designs are in progress. And the give back, Mohammed implemented the Fabio's code, and also Mitch and Mohammed tested it. And there's some there's a bug there. Some of the numbers are much higher than what is shown in the Giveback API. And I know that they had a session, a meeting together to sort out where the root cause is. But Mitch is not here. So that's the last update that I have. But I don't know what's the result of the other meeting. And project verification, actually had a call with Alex, but sorry for the noise. But
okay.
Ashley, what's the update?
Ashley is not on the call this morning. She's having some technical difficulties. Thank you, Donna, for your thorough update into the agenda with the things that you've shared. I see that you did that so we can follow along and I didn't have to take the notes. Thank you very much. I see we are, right, we're at the 11 o'clock hour. I'd love to, there's a couple of points under communications that are important, and also, so thank you to anybody who needs to drop off now at the top of the hour. I'd like to stay on the call with a few of the new people that just joined in and check in with them. So anyone who wants to stay, please do. And Lauren, if you've got a few minutes to speak to a couple of the things on there, I see an internal deadline that seems like something worth communicating.
Oh, no. I mean, yeah, sure. I can quickly run through communication stuff. Yeah. Oh, it's so funny when we have no time. I'm like, should I do this at all? Okay, well, give economy documentation. Huh?
Please do. We have some new member here. Like this is my first the community calls.
Okay.
We're trying to get. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, all right. So for the Give Economy documentation, like we're getting close to, well, getting close-ish. There's a ton, but we're still working on that and it's in progress. We have Rodri making some cool graphics to communicate things like the give stream and the give drop distribution. The copy was finished, like finalized for the Give Economy pages. So the Give Economy overview and the Give Garden and the Give Farm, all of that is finalized. And this give drop video is still in progress. I haven't gotten a chance to sync up with Harry, but like now that these designs are done, it's going to be on the plans for this coming week. Hannah had written our Give blog post, so that's going to be coming up. Probably we're going to post it sometime this week. We talked already a lot about the rainbow rolls, but I put it in here in case we hadn't talked about it. But they're going to be dropping, I think, on October 12th. That's the last I knew. And then for documentation, we have this like wiki.giveth.io, and we're actually going to be taking it down completely. And just because we transferred basically over everything onto the docs. So there's just like a couple of things that we're going to pull from there. And then it will still exist on GitHub, but you won't be able to access it anymore through wiki.giveth.io because it has like our old mission and our old goals. And it's just very confusing. And then we have just a couple of things that we're adding to just the documentation ecosystem, the contributors guide. Mia's been working on the terms of use. We're going to put a code of conduct into the Discord and in the forum. So when people are joining, then they have to agree to the code of conduct. We're still going through the projects on the DApp to put some in the listed or unlisted categories, but we're slowly hacking through this and added we're adding something onto the DApp so that there's more opportunities for donors to put into their emails, and then we're going to have separate email lists for donors and for projects, and then we'll be able to like use autopilot to like blast emails to the appropriate parties. As need be. That's all I got.
Yeah. All right. And our call is recorded. You can find that on our transparency channel over on YouTube. And we love our Discord channels and welcome and encourage you all to engage so we can praise you some more and distribute PAN and give tokens to our new contributors. Reward. We super value at Giveth all of your contributions because it's a community. And thank you all for showing up today. Mwah.
Can I just say the last important thing? Me and Griff, we had a session together and we set a deadline for our launch day for Give Economy, which is 10th of November. So, yeah, that's
Ooh, deadline.
That's the date we set for the launch. Scary, but...
And we have 15 for dApps too. For just iOS, sorry. We have 15 of next month, February. Sorry, November, 5th of November for dApp.
Okay,
beautiful. All right. See you all in the Discord channels. I'm going to hang out here just a moment to check in with some of the new people who are arriving and excited. For those of you who don't know, I am the biggest Giveth advocate on the planet in my region where I am physically. We have amazing projects and people that want to use Giveth. So there's a lot of new projects and new traces going up on existing projects and a lot of feedback and questions. And also people want to get involved and to know how to support. So I know, let's see, Chris showed up. BFA, who I'd love to hear from you. You joined before I could, after we did intros.
Yeah, sorry, I maybe I joined late. I first of all heard about Giveth from one IF. So I'm part of a couple of DAOs. I think I am part of Gitcoin DAO. So I think I got to know you from there. I'm part of the grant review committee teams. So I think from there I got to know about Giveth. But I mean, I review a bunch of stuff, so I didn't pay little attention. I didn't pay more attention, not to be biased. But from one IF, I got to know about I was like, oh, I think I've seen Giveth before. Then I tried to double click, to see what you guys are doing. Thankfully today, I'm in and I see that you guys are having a community call. I say, okay, let me hop in to see how I can contribute, how I can yeah. Personally now.
Amazing. Well, we have a contributor channel on Giveth. This is for all of our new folks. If you heard what was just shared, that we're looking at launching our Give Economy by, okay, now I already forgot the date. I'm going to say mid-November. There's a lot 10th of November. Knowing that we're going to launch and there's going to be a lot of interest, it's a focus of ours to build up our community support. So not only project owners, people who are listing projects, donors, people who are looking for ways to contribute funds to support these projects, and also people who are getting to know Giveth and could answer newbie questions, building up our ability to kind of decentralize support on Giveth. The more we use it and engage with each other and ask questions, the more information we're able to compile, update our docs, find things that are confusing to be able to have a very smooth onboarding experience for people that are coming into the community and the economy. I'm really, really excited about this and seeing how not only does this Giveth economy support our ecosystem, support the causes and the projects that we care about, but do so in a regenerative way it's really generating a lot of excitement in me and in those who hear about it. So the more people play with it, engage on the server, ask the questions, the better we're able to support and grow the community and the economy. I'd like to just hear any questions anyone else has so we can answer them.
Yeah, I'd like to jump in for a second if you don't mind. I guess, yeah. So first of all, I'm going to sort of do some post edits probably with Chewy. I don't know if you all know him from the TEC, and we'll be putting together a little spotlight on Giveth, and we're looking forward to that. So, like, what are some of the things that you need most that people come across our video and they get excited? I guess what skill sets or sort of dispositions are you looking for?
Well, we definitely have an open position right now for back-end development. I know that that's something we've been really pushing hard for. So in the development side and supporting, adding the features and solving issues, we definitely are always looking for development support and have a role open for a back-end dev. Amin or Monique, you want to add anything to your needs from the platform side?
About hiring and resource planning, I think Amin is the best one who can comment and see what we'll have. We recently fulfilled one of our missing role according to bridge implementation. But Amin, can you go ahead?
Yeah. Actually, we have lots of things to do. We hired a part-time developer, but probably we need another one. Our requirement is mostly on the Giveth IO backend. That's as in backdrop. And also that would be helpful if we have some skills in smart contract development. That would be nice. That would be that can be a great help for us. For any of by the way, I appreciate if you send me your CV, and we can discuss more about the opportunities.
Awesome. Thanks, Amin. The other things that I know that I mentioned about community management. So our project verification process, we want to be able to help projects get verified because verified projects, donors to those projects will receive givebacks. They'll receive tokens back. So as projects are applying to be verified, we're going to need support managing that process. And then also on the communication side, I'll go ahead and speak for Lauren because I'm looking at things that are on my own backlog. So reviewing posts, reviewing the things that we're writing to make sure that they're clear and concise is a great way for new contributors to get involved and to see before it goes live what it is that's coming up and to help us make sure that we're communicating things clearly. So those are two of the areas that I know. And then the online community engagement and support. By coming to these calls, you'll know more and be able to answer questions in our Discord. Everyone here is working really hard in their various roles. And then on the forum posts, this is a great way, like new input and advice on our various forum posts as we get into these decisions around the DAO. And governing how to set up vesting and percentages. And there's many things that we could use outside expert advice and opinions on, and we really welcome and encourage other voices on the forum posts. Willie, any thoughts coming to you?
Oh yeah, always like multiple thoughts at once, but I was distracted in the DMs talking with somebody.
Okay.
But I don't know if we mentioned this though, but the Transact has we mentioned it last week, has approved our API keys for doing fiat on and off ramp. So I sent all that to Mateo. I don't know if you guys chatted about it at the last dev call, but hopefully it can be considered for prioritizing for this next sprint. Because it'll be just a huge feature and should be hopefully relatively easy to integrate. We got a lot of the hard stuff already done, so hopefully it will be a relatively easy integration. And I think it'd be awesome if before we launch the Give economy, if we could have fiat donations for projects. It'll be a huge upgrade.
Thank you.
Sorry. Did you say that we want to discuss it? Transact? because I guess it would be important. Maybe we need to track the Transact records in our backend to when you want to discuss it.
We can discuss it tomorrow. I mean, because there are lots of discussions around it. I think we can go it through widgets, but it has some side effects on the backend side. We may do it, but I'm not sure because,
yeah.
Understood. I sent Mateo some of the docs and stuff, as well as the API keys for staging and production. And yeah, I appreciate that you're already looking to do it, Monique. There's the option to do like a very custom native integration, but I agree. I think the widget would be a great place to start. And I guess we just got to make sure that we can pass through the project's address, but I'm pretty sure we can do that.
I didn't know that we have a key, but I shared the docs with all the dev team to have some feedback. Nobody sends me feedback. I just can go one-on-one meetings and ask them about how do you measure it. I didn't know that we have a key. If we have,
I just got it this morning and sent it to Mateo. I encrypted it, so
okay.
Let me know if I should send it to anybody else. But I figured just Mateo's got it right now, and he should have it safe and can share it with you guys.
We have Mohammed at the backend side and Ramin at the front end side right now working on Giveth.io. So please let me know things. And we can discuss it and make it more clear tomorrow.
Awesome.
Sorry, I didn't get feedback because I think it's not efficient for some things, for sometimes to ask everyone to study. Just someone should study deeply and give us report about requirement and side effect, and we can ask question from him.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Great.
And did you already put together a spec doc too, Monique? I think I saw that you may have put together a spec. I guess I can just look at that to make sure.
Excuse me, I didn't get it.
Did you put together? I think I saw that you posted a spec doc in Giveth Dev channel.
Yeah. I think it's all dev or it's in Giveth.io. I don't know where I put it. I sent the docs, from their website. After you announce it that we have this, API, I sent them in Outbox, and in our last meeting call, I also asked them for the feedbacks, but didn't get enough.
Cool. I'm checking out your spec right now. Yeah, we got the API key and we're verified, which is awesome because they really understand the flow that we want to do, which some other on-ramps had said they couldn't enable for us. But Transact's clear on it and has approved us and says we're ready to start processing these payments.
Our meeting tomorrow, it will be fantastic.
Yeah, what time is that tomorrow? Let's see.
I think the
9 a.m. I can join at the very beginning, and we can chat about it.
Okay. Cool. In touch. Thank you.
Awesome. The other thing I wanted to say is more collaboration between tech, the Token Engineering Commons and Commons Tech and Giveth. I feel like we're kind of coming in. We've all kind of been doing our things, and there's so much opportunity for us to support each other. And I'm really, really excited about that. Everything from Gravity, working with Juan Carlos, to Praise, and how we're quantifying and distributing rewards to value contributors. There's so many different areas that we're better or more advanced in the process in some of those organizations than others, and being able to leverage that across our organizations is very exciting for me and needed.
I'd love to. Yeah. I love to, and I get surprised even after I think that how they measure the priorities. They have a token vote to issues, and it makes more priorities for all the direct connection with the customers. They have lots of cool ideas and tools. Yeah, I love to.
Awesome. All right, I think my time that I had available this morning is now coming to a close. Thank you all so very much. We talked last week about shifting up how our community call flows. Still wanting to be able to share information to the community about what's happening in Giveth, and also hear what's happening with other folks in the ecosystem and how we can play together. Fitting that into an hour is challenging, and I think we can do better, but also this was really nice to just share and be informal at the end of it a little. Lauren, I think you're probably still recording, and I feel like now's a good time to bring that to a close.